Yo, it's your boy Jroc, LMTMS, and you're vibing with the people's champ. We out.
Big down. Ain't nothing for Dorchester, South Side, East Side.
87. I'm from East Side Chicago.
This the beginning. This the beginning of everything. This is how I started that, man. I was a young kid and had no guidance.
So, yeah, we used to be outside hooping, you know what I'm saying, in the gutter, in the alley, but after that, you know what I'm saying, I had to come in the crib. I was buried in my room drawing. I don't even know how I got into drawing. My story. Where do I even begin?
I'm supposed to tell my story. I don't even know where to start. What's up, y'all? We back with another episode of Get in Tune. I got my boy Jroc here today, man. First and foremost, man, how you feeling? I'm cool, man. I'm telling man, this guy in the crib, man. Another long, venturous day and shit, but it is what it is. Definitely. Yeah, I understand. I've been doing a lot myself. Facts. So, you kind of want to start off by just telling the people, like, where you from? Okay. I'm actually from the southeast side, Chicago. Well, east side. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. Hopefully they do, because some people be calling it ain't no east side, but I'm from the east side, Chicago, born and raised. Yeah, man. Well, now I'm 27. You know what I'm saying? I'm hopping into that big league, so I'm knocking on that shot, but I ain't really knocking on it. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm from the south side for sure. Okay, man. Man, you had one of the most interesting things going on that I probably just seen, like, on some just everyday type of shit, man. Like, thanks. Tell us what it's about, man. Let me tell my story. Tell us what that's about, man. You did so many great things with it, bro. It's gonna be, an interesting interview. I want to really get into this. Yeah, factual. Thank you, bro. Let me tell my story. It stems from just young people. You know what I'm saying? The acronyms LMTMS is something of empowerment. People that wear I actually got it on, and I wear this shit all the time. Not trying to sound like I'm too cliche, but I wear this shit like day in through day out to get people's reaction on what that mean, what that supposed to, you know what I'm saying? So basically, it's just people hopping out that shell. You know what I'm saying? Putting the pride to the side and really figuring out what's your purpose on life. What is God's purpose for you? What is your story, so you can teach the other people, you know what I'm saying, to tell their story too. So that's really what LMTMS is about. It's just about empowerment. You know what I'm saying? It's about encouraging one another, seeking through their demons and killing that shit off. You know what I'm saying? How Cole used to say, kill our demons, KOD. So it's the same similarities, but I just want my generation, the generation before us, the generation after us, just, man, living your purpose, living your shit, and don't be scared to do it. Tell your shit, tell your story. So, for sure. Thanks, man, and that's really just, I don't want to, that was really just surface what he told y'all, man. Like, you made a movie, man. Like, and it was in theaters, bro. It was dope. I remember going to the premiere, man. It was I remember, yeah, for sure. Tell us about that, man. What that was like, and how is that available anywhere? Can anybody get their hands on that? It's coming. I'm actually excited for that too. So first off, I'm dropping LMTMS on Amazon Prime. It's coming soon. Don't know when, but it's dropping on there soon, so anybody and everybody can see it now. I've been screening it and just holding on to it for a long time because I thought, well, not saying I thought, I know it's worth something. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying my luck for at least a good year of post-production. And you know what I'm saying? I got let down. I got said no. I got some connections from it. So it's time to just put it out to the world, and I'm excited about it. So let me tell my story. The movie is actually it's an autobiography about me. A companion of mine named Mark, brand name Left My Mark. He works at Nine Mag. But it's legit a story of triumphant. You know what I'm saying? Or just triumph. And us knowing our story personally, we want to put it out to the world so people can understand our story as well. It's based in Chicago. It's about two young boys that just fell into their purpose. I'm a barber, but I had a story behind that to lead me to barbering. We was young and motherfuckers getting locked up and doing dumb stuff at a young age that I wasn't taught at a young age. You know what I'm saying? I was adopted at a young age as well. Like I didn't have really a, you know, that particular household with two parents and shit like that. So I learned. I ain't learned the hard way. I just learned through experiences, and I think my experiences led on to other people growing as a one. You know what I'm saying? So Mark, same way. You know what I'm saying? He from a household, two lovely parents, man. Shout out to the Thomases. Real down to earth. He's a humble dude. You know what I'm saying? He seen what I was doing. He got into that. He see what he was doing. And we just combined the forces. And we just made a whole story about it. So we got 4 categories in it. It's like stomping grounds, grinding, pain, and passion. And those 3 legit partake our life in current day. So we and the difference was we just put it on film and just threw it in theaters. And we did not know we was gonna have that type of attention about it because we waited so long to put it out. But I learned through marketing that's the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I did not know that. I learned from trial and error, like, okay, we got the shirts. Let's get the shirts out. Okay, it's cool. So, damn, bro, it's not ready yet? Okay, bet. Let's put some more shirts out. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think
No.
type of excitement, like, okay, it's coming. So man, when we let it out, it was like a storm. I never went through this shit ever in my life, but yeah, man, offers from Howard, NIU for sure. Sold out I think we sold out the first time, but then we had to redo it on that Sunday. Sold that out. We did a collab with Mark's new shop or Mark's new job, 9 man. We did a collab with them, and it's been up ever since. So for sure.
Yeah, man, y'all be going crazy, and I don't think you know. I mean, I think you know, like that story, that you guys told. A lot of people can relate to, man. You're really an advocate for the young black male, and inner cities and growing up in tough environments, things like that, man. And I just want to share a quick story on how that impacted me, the movie, man. Like,
okay, please do.
It set me on a different path in my career, man. Like, just seeing because I always, had this type of passion. So I'm actually going to school for higher education so I can be, an advisor. Because I saw, how the advisors impacted y'all lives and stuff like that, and not just like, I think and see myself doing that long term.
Yeah, for sure.
That movie actually helped me set me on the path that I'm on right now.
That's crazy, G. That's crazy. And you know what's kind of like, it's kind of like, I still be pushing myself to this day, and I'm not just saying this because we on this shit. When I did the first John, oh man, it was so many text messages, emails, just long stories of like, yo man, I never even, like, we go to Howard, people come to us crying and yo, I don't know if it was God, and those type of conversations came in. I was like, okay, you know how J. Cole says some shit like, nigga, I'm just a nigga rapper, like I don't know what's going, but I felt that now because at first, it's an adrenaline. We just like, okay, we accomplished this situation. That's good. So when I really did the third one, I'm gonna keep it real with you. When we did the third screening, before those times, I'm sitting down reading no messages. I'm sitting down responding to people. I'm still friends with people. I never even knew them. Mm-hmm. They came to the joint because somebody referred off a referral. Right. And now we just best as friends, and we just talk all the time about it and that shit. But everybody cried together when we seen we sent that piece on the big screen, or we sent that shit out the crib. And your story is genuine because some people, when we tell people that, niggas don't even believe it. They be right. He just saying that. No, I felt that because other people that told me their stories, I'm like, they what they doing because of that? I was like, nah, bro, I don't think it's that. Then I had, I prayed to God, so I had a long prayer. I was talking to God one day. He just showed me a sign like, hey, bro, you did what you had to do on that one. I ain't think, like, you gotta understand, like, I ain't think of that movie out of spite. It came naturally through experience. I'm like, yo, we gotta do it in a more creative, a more digestive way so everybody can understand it. Mm-hmm. And I think, so I don't know, bro. I'm still lost for words to this day. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I guess I had nothing to say. I just let you know what I'm saying? I just let God, you know what I'm saying? So.
No, definitely, man. It's crazy. You don't know how you can impact somebody's life with just doing something that you know passionate about. You know,
Like,
people can sense that out. You know, something that people can sense out passion and when people are genuine about something. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, you know, you just telling your story, bro. Like, you know, that's relatable. You know what I'm saying? You were vulnerable, so people feel that.
oh yeah, for sure, yeah, for sure.
Just kind of want to back things up a little bit, bro. Like, I know we kind of jumped into the movie, bro. You know, just know.
So, yeah, my bad. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So, what was kind of like? I know you talked about what it was, but like, what was the inspiration behind like really creating it, bro? Like, what was the day where you was just like, man, I'm finna do this? Because did you ever, when you first started it, was the mission a movie, or was it just get this out there and you know, I want to know more about that.
Okay, so two things. The first time when I first started, I was like, man, I'm finna start a brand because first I'm a business. I'm an entrepreneur initially, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by being an entrepreneur, you own your own business, and that's what it comes down to. So I always been a business like type of dude. Like I always like managing money, managing this situation, making this shit seem like what it is. So I was like, yo, I'm finna start a brand name. Let me tell my story. And I always, like, when I was young, you know, niggas go through a lot of trauma. Like, I didn't know how to deal with it, but I dealt with it. Have I dealt with that shit? And I was like, you know what? I'm not finna keep this shit bottled in. I'm finna just tell my story. But I was thinking of situations, how can I tell that shit? So it was like, damn, bro, should I cut hair and do like different shit, which I'm actually doing now. So that was one of my attributes. And I'm like, yo, that's not enough. Let's do something I can't affect one person cutting hair. Like I can have 1,000 clients, but they're not gonna hear my story in enough time that I want them to. So I just fell right into the film joint, and I've been on some film shit because film is raw to me. You know what I'm saying? I love the sounds. I love soundtracks on like Issa Rae and them shit. Like I like the beginning stages and the end stages of a project. And I always love to complete that shit and make the project like cutting hair. It's a project. Like you somebody come in rough, you complete that shit, you feel good about it. So I'm just an executor at heart. You know what I'm saying? I like to execute things. If it's not in my will, I won't do it. Or, you know, if it's God's hands, do your thing. But other than that, it's still from me being a barber. So I'm like, how can I tell my story? So, you know, I made that situation. My brother was like making the acronym to make it shorter because he used to do shirts, so he knew a little bit about he knew a little bit about putting it on, making people like it, because that's a long ass. Let me tell you, that's the longest shit. So he's like, man, make it an acronym, bro, and put it on the shirt. I was like, oh, that was scary. Okay, let's do that. So I did that. It was like then one day I was like, bro, I'm finna write up a script, G. I'm finna do a movie. No, you're not. I'm finna do a movie, bro. It is what it is. So I did it off the strength because it's a thing. You get that feeling. It's a thing, and it's a feeling that you want to do, that you have to let that shit out. If you don't let that shit out, you will die with that shit. So that's like I had to let it out. So that's what I did, and that's where that film stuff came from. I fell into a situation that I didn't know I was passionate about. You know what I'm saying? And that's always, and that when people like, well, that's your purpose. It was a situation on Instagram where Steve Harvey talking to a dude. He talking about he got fired. So what you love? What's your passion? Oh, I cook. Nigga, cook. You know what I'm saying? Right. So for me, it was like, okay, I cut hair. That's cool. We gotta have more than one passion. It's possible out here. So I was like, I always had this alter ego in my head that I was famous already. I always had it since I was like 3 or 4 years old. So. And living in the real world, living in reality, I don't want to be like that certain person on one us apart. I want to be that person, but I want to be that person in my way. So I put my imagination and my reality into two, and I was like, fuck, we finna just do it. And that's where that film shit came from. Because I have people sometimes, and that was my breakthrough. I want to break through shit that I could put on TV and show people through other people that this is what I'm thinking about. And that's exactly why I did the shit. So that's how I low-key got into filming and, in the arts.
Yeah, I see, man. That's so dope. That's so dope. Just to piggyback on that again, man. Like, I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something that you have to really. Like, I watched this shit, bro. Like from back when we was in school. You know what I'm saying? To when you put out the shirts, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like being in football, I was kind of focused on just that. you know, but being able to really branch out and start looking into this stuff, man, what you was doing and just following the movement, man, it's amazing to me, bro. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep going for sure. Like, I know you are. I didn't even got to tell you that.
Thank you.
So what are, like, man, your future plans with it, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? We talked about a movie. I see you got another movie coming up, man. Like, you got a little trailer or preview or something.
Yeah, it's coming. That's definitely coming soon. Yeah, we actually working on that this weekend for sure. So,
man, I can't wait to see. I'm excited. Can you dive into a little more about the future of it, man, and what you got going on?
But I'm gonna just say for future endeavors of LMTMS, we just actually I'm just working on what I have. You know what I'm saying? And that's just probably one of the perfect or just one of the basic things. Oh, my bad. Oh yeah, we back. My bad. Some shit. But anyway, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm actually working on the things I have right now. Like, we just logged into our second season of the Guys podcast. That's gonna be real big this season. We got hella features, and I feel like we got some familiar faces that people would like to see. For LMTMS, I'm thinking about dropping the whole film on Amazon Prime. That's in the works as well. We just working on closed captioning, so we can just log that into it so everybody in the world can see and just groove with it and stuff. And we just did a whole 7-day project called Voices, mainly about what's going on today and what's the situation that's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement and COVID-19. And we just logged it into like a fun family short film. So that's actually, and that's it for right now, because it seems like it's a bit not much, but I feel like I can focus on that stuff. For like future endeavors from those projects, I want to be a household name, whereas that LMTMS could be something like in the similarities, or probably bigger, or probably the similarities of like social works, or, you know what I'm saying, different organizations throughout Chicago, like my boy McKinley, like you know what I'm saying, like Switch Chicago, or, you know what I'm saying, like just different organizations that push the youth and push their narrative towards people. And eventually I want my own loft space, a headquarters. So that's actually what I'm working on right now. Then we got some big works from 2021 that I can't really speak on it too much, because, you know, well, shit, I already did. Fuck it. We thinking about doing a festival in 2021. We don't know no locations. We just trying to do all the bylaws right now, all the legal shit. So by the time the world kind of open back up, we could actually do something like that.
That's an exclusive drop on this, huh? That's an exclusive drop on here.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, so yeah.
Man, that's dope, bro. That's super dope, man. And whatever I can do to help, man, or, you know, be a part of it, you know, any way, you know, I'm here. You feel me? Like, I'm ready, man. I'm gonna go.
That's love, G. Appreciate it.
You know, what are some advice, man, you have for people out here, you know, that's kind of similar to where you was before you started LMT? Let me tell my story.
Some advice that I could give. So yeah, some advice I could give to the people that's just actually trying to start something in any type of realm. I say just do research and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hardest for people nowadays, the hardest, most irony, most ironic, most craziest shit that people does in the world that they don't succeed is not doing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You say this, you say that, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, or not even saying you're doing it, actually, like, I got passion in this, passion in that, but I work here. My nigga, do the shit. What's gonna hurt? And you know, all the old heads be like, man, make mistakes in your 20s so you can be rich in your 30s or some shit like that. It was actually what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got to a point that we have to take the risk. We have to take our chances, and we have to be focused on those chances. And we have to manipulate it in the same way that we want it to be, and let that shit turn to a butterfly. It's exactly what you got to do. It's exactly what you got to do. Don't give a fuck you trying to be a dentist, or you want your master's in this. You want to just do the shit. Just do this shit. And once you get past that stage first of confidence of doing it, then you can worry about the bylaws and whatever goes with that situation. And that's my only advice. Because I know how I did it. It was like, it was something that it was in my heart, and it was just something in my spirit, like, do this shit. Don't wait. Do that shit now. Don't give a fuck about whoever that don't want to do that shit. I'm doing that shit. And that's another thing. Once I did it, everything else gravitated towards me. Everything else. I didn't have to really reach out to be like, I need you, I need you. It was legit. Like, once I did it and people seen I was confident at that shit, everything fell apart. I mean, everything fell right into place. So.
Right. I mean, that's the biggest key, man, when you're doing something. Just start it. And I remember when I started this, you know, whatever you want to call this, you know.
Man, look, something dope. Shit.
Yeah, for sure. I just was sitting on the couch and I was just talking. And then next thing I know, I just uploaded the page. And I just remember my fiance looking at me like, man, that's crazy. You really just did that in two. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who knows where this is going to go? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Like, so, man, I appreciate you for, you know, taking the time out your busy schedule, man. I know you're a busy man. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
You know, we're definitely going to spin the block and do a part 2 interview. You know what I'm saying?
Have to. It's a must.
Absolutely. Because I swear we left so much stuff on the table that, you know what I'm saying, that we got to come back with.
Got to come back and see what's going on. Got to come back.
So, like I said, I'm here for anything you need, man, any help you need. You know what I'm saying? If I can be a resource at anything, bro, even if it's just some community service, you know, I'm here. And, man, I appreciate y'all, you know, for watching the interview again, man. Thank you again, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man, for sure.
All right.
All right, appreciate it.